Maxner, and I'm going to walk you through the 4-movement piece called Dimensions. Dimensions sets in motion an imaginative learning adventure that tells the story of physical science with the elements of music. Each piece is like a little prelude, an ode to its dimension. These are duets, so I'm basically just going to introduce what the various parts are like, and then I hope to post performances with my piano students with both parts complete. The first movement is called the first dimension. The first dimension, or 1D, is a straight line. It's measured in length and has no width. It's almost like a train going back and forth on a train track. So I'm going to play a little bit of the student part with the words. One thing I should mention, I'm stuck in first dimension. I go forth and back like a train, and it keeps going from there. And the teacher part, one thing I should mention, I'm stuck in first dimension. I go forth and it keeps going. I go forth and back. The second movement is called the second dimension. And you'll notice that we have little illustrations here showing that the second dimension is a flat plane. It's like shapes on a piece of paper. They have length and width, but no depth. So I've had a little bit of fun with this one, and because it's a flat dimension, we're going to use flats on the piano to tell this. And it kind of sounds a bit flat. You'll hear it. 2D flat screen making shapes, squares and circles and triangles. And then it keeps on going with the lyrics. In this flat world, we can't see what we look like properly. Because if you're on a flat dimension, you can't get above that to look down at yourself to see what you look like. You kind of always just look like a straight line to yourself, even though you look like a shape to everybody else. And so the duet sounds a little bit like this when the student plays an octave higher. 2D flat screen making shapes, and then it keeps going from there. The third movement of this little piece is called the third dimension. The third dimension, 3D, is when an object has height, width, and depth. How does this piece play tribute to the third dimension? Well, it has how many beats per measure? It has 3 beats per measure, and it's made mostly of thirds. And we also add the pedal because in music, the pedal adds a little bit of depth to the music. It makes it sound like the third dimension. So the lyrics say, enter the cube, enter the sphere. It's in 3D, the depth can appear. And then the lyrics go on to say, when we blow bubbles or play with bricks, and so many kids play with Lego bricks, so they'll get what we mean. When you play with bricks, we have our hands on intro physics. Enter the cube, enter the sphere. It's in 3D that depth can appear. So it sounds a little bit like this with the duet. Enter the cube, enter the sphere. It's in 3D that depth can appear. Kind of like that. So it keeps going from there. I hope that gives you a good idea of how beautiful the 3D piece is. And of course, the fourth movement is called the fourth dimension, and it's all about time. So because it's the fourth dimension, we focus on all kinds of things in music that have to do with the number 4, like it has 4 beats per measure, and it's based on the fourth interval. So we hear the student part. It goes fourth dimension by extension sets in motion interactions. Time and space are ever flowing like a river never slowing. And then the lyrics continue from there. Then I wonder where it's going. Earth time capsule, always rolling. Fourth dimension sets in motion. Time and space that's always flowing. So it sounds a little bit like this when the student plays in the octave written with the duet. Ongoing from there. I hope to post videos of the full duets soon because I'm hoping my own students will learn them. Thank you for sticking with this video, and I hope you like this piece, and I hope your students do too. If you like my content, it would be fantastic if you would give me a like and if you would hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for listening. Take care.